dropping treats when he goes in. I shut the door, drop more treats. I'm going to do this a few times. When I open it to let him out, I'm going to use a release. Okay? And it's whatever word you want. It could be anything different. Like, do you like the word okay, or do you want a different release?
We've been using okay.
Perfect, perfect. So when I do it, just to get him used to it, I drop a treat when I say it, just so he knows what I mean. We're doing this. In. Do you have a command for crate?
No, we don't.
No? Okay.
Is that something like bed or?
It's whatever you want. A lot of people use canola, some use crate. I generally say crate,
Crate.
but whatever works. Yes. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you.
Yeah, we can use crate. I didn't know if that
Okay.
would be a negative term or.
No, it doesn't matter. Okay. Good boy. Crate. So one of the biggest things with this, when I'm trying to get him to go in, the whole attention of my body is facing the crate. So think about it as you kind of square up. Yes, it sounds bad. But my shoulders, my hips, and my feet are all facing the crate. And I'm even pointing to it. So this is all cueing him to go in. And I'm looking at it. Think it. He's like, you don't have the treat. Oop. He's not getting it within a few seconds. I'll toss the treat in so he kind of figures it out. Go in. Come on. Okay, so now that he's in it, he goes into it pretty well. I don't want him to come out of it unless I say so. So now we're going to work on a wait, which is just being able to open the door without him coming to, like, running out. So I'm going to slowly open it. If he comes, any kind of movement towards it, coming out, I'm going to close it. When there's no movement forward, that's when I'm going to release him out. Okay. Just another way to teach him some patience, not to rush through the doorway. Great. You almost might need a bigger size, but your head's at the top. Wait. Go in. Ready? Wait. Okay, that was good. Good job. Great. All the way. The only reason why I'm going behind him, I don't want him to back out. Yes,
And
good
then-
boy.
And that's okay?
Yep. I'm not adding, like, I'm not hurting him or anything. I'm literally just kind of blocking him to get him going. Now, if he showed stress signs when I did that, I'd back away to communicate with that, but he wasn't. I was just kind of giving him an extra hint or kind of guide to go in. Good boy. Wait. Okay, that was good. Good job. Great. Come in. Oh, that's a tip now. Come in. Did you not like that? In. Come in. Great. Yes, good job. All the way. Yes. Good boy. I might suggest getting one size up. Because I think when he goes in, he has kind of duck to get in it. Most of the time, like for the really hyper dogs, I want the crate to be a little smaller so they have to stay down, like they have to lay in it. But with him, I think that might be why he has a little bit of an aversion to first run into it. So I just get like the next size would be this tall. Would
Okay.
be perfect.
Yeah, we were kind of guessing. We never got a crate before.
Gotcha. I think this one's looks like it's 36.
Yep.
Does that sound right? So you want the 44, I think? I think there's one that's 42 or 44.
Okay.
So they're just it's like an inch or two taller. Their crate sizes are weird. I still, like every brand's different, and I still have yet to figure it all out. Okay, you ready? Okay. Good boy. Okay. So that's pretty simple. So that's how you get them to go, wanting to go in the crate and get them to come out. I never let my dogs just run out of the crate at any time. Even when I first come home and take a potty, they still have to wait until I say okay.
Mhm.
So I work on opening the crate door and even walking away a little bit, then releasing them to come out. So it's just teaching them to really have some patience so they don't rush through that threshold. And then we're going to start adding a little bit of time to it. Just a second. He's still finding some of the cookies.
It takes him a little bit. I still have kibble like all over here.
Oh my gosh. He's a silly boy. Right here. Look.
Yeah, you have to point it out.
You didn't even get it. Look. You stepped on it. There's no one. Sweet boy. Huh? You're a hound. Use your nose. Use your nose. Ready? Great. He's thinking. I count a lot when I'm teaching new things. So I'm counting to generally 5 seconds, usually how long it takes them to figure it out. Yes, good boy. Yes, good. So I don't want to do too much. So when anything you're working on with your dog, less is definitely more. So less body language you communicate with, less vocals until they figure it out, and then you're like, yay, good job. I'm marking with the word yes, and he does what I want, and then treats fall afterwards. So, and it can even be pets when you do this. It doesn't have to always be cookies. Good boy. Yes, good job. Good. So it's just teaching him that means he's going to get a treat. Gosh. How does this one work? Oh, there it goes. It's like one. Okay. I wasn't picking it up enough. Okay, now I'm going to work on him being in there longer. So I'm going to slowly kind of work away. Yes. Every couple seconds, I'm going to mark him a reward as long as he stayed quiet and not anxious. Yes. Good job. And when you do this kill too, like you could toss treats in there if you have good aim. I sometimes do. Yes. Good job. I'm getting further away. Yes.
It's like, where did it go? He's not the smartest sometimes.
He's a little silly. So when you're doing this with him, work on getting further away where he can see you. But so right now he's a little stressing, nothing major, but he is kind of shaking a little bit more, and his ears kind of got tight. Yes, good boy. And start to kind of move out of sight. So all the things I'm doing, I'm just moving away from him where he can't see me. Just this is kind of things I want you to work on when he's in this crate. So get him used to being in here when you're not paying attention to him. Now, if he does start to show any signs of stress, whining, barking, or kind of tensing up, I'm not going to come back to him until there's a moment of quiet. So if he's barking like boof, like that, breath he'll take in between barks, that's the moment of yes, and then I come back to him. So teaching him the quiet is a good thing. Yes, good boy. It went right over.
It's okay, she'll have lots of treats.
Oh, it's too funny. You still finding cookies?
Yep.
Which is good. That's good. So now, if do you go out this door a lot?
Oh, yes, that's the main door.
Yes. Oh my gosh, those all went out of the tree. All right, dude. So when you're working him with going outside, which I'm gonna have you do this with him in a minute because he'll probably stress more if he can't see you versus me. But I'm gonna get him used to the door being open and just hiding behind it first. So the first step, you just kind of do this. Count to like 3 or 4. He doesn't do anything. Yes, good job. I'm gonna come back and reward him and do that over and over and over again. So we're gonna switch. And I'm gonna have you do this because obviously he didn't stress when I left because I'm a stranger. I'm not mom. but he might actually show the signs when you do it. So you could even do it at that door, this door, anywhere where he can't see you. This is how we're going to work him through this. So he's like, okay, Mom went away. I didn't freak out. She came back and gave me treats. So, are you feel good to start? Wait. You're good. He's still finding treats. So I'll tell you when to walk back. You can kind of peek and look at him. So, okay, come back and go reward him. Make sure you use yes, not okay.
Yes.
So okay is the release to like come out of the trait or we're all done. So yes is the marker to tell him you just did what I wanted, good job, and then he gets treats.
Okay.
He's not very good at finding them. Goodness.
No, I think there's something missing in the nose.
Okay, so go ahead and drop treats and then walk away. Alright, so now count to about 5 before you come back. Is it snowing? Or raining? Ugh. Perfect. Now come back. Yes. Give him a treat. And do it again. So each time you do this, right now we're doing really small increments. So it's like 5 seconds. We're going to do 8 seconds, 10 seconds. Then we're going to add to it and do longer. So your first goal is to be able to do 30 seconds without any kind of whine or stress from him. Then a minute. Then 2 minutes to 5 minutes. Generally, when you can get them in there for quiet for about 10 minutes, that's usually when that's plenty of time, and they'll stay in there for a while. And then it won't be so stressful.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, boy. It's like, I like this game. Good. So go ahead and go down 1 step, but shut the door, too. So it's like you're leaving. Good boy. Okay. Yay, good boy!
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Very good, dude. So he did show a little bit of stress sign. Nothing too crazy or major, but he did kind of like one of these, like, where'd she go? But he didn't whine or bark, so that was really good. He's like, I'm doing anything. I'm getting cookies.
Yes.
And this is super simple. All this is teaching him is that, 1, he's going to get treats when you walk away. So it's making you walking away from him positive and not scary. And 2, he's learning if he stays quiet and calm, you come back to him and give him treats. So it's kind of preventing that stress from happening. Good boy. Good. Good job, bud. He has the goofiest, cutest little ears.
They're so floppy.
Yeah, when they're perked, they're kind of like silly, but like still down. They're really cute.
Alright.
Good job, bud.
Yes.
So I'm now going to have you stay outside for quite a while. I want to see how long it takes him to do the whining or barking and how long we can kind of push him. Not push, but like test him, basically. Good boy. Good job, Blue. Good job, bud. Okay. You can come in. So he wasn't showing major signs of stress, but he's definitely like walking, like he's kind of stiff. But that was still pretty good. Like I expected him to whine and bark little. He might do that more quickly when it's just you.
Yeah.
Like right now he knows like he's not fully alone. But in moments like that, so if he were So we're ignoring all of that. Yes.
Yes.
Good. Perfect. So this is teaching a little bit of self-confidence. That even though you're right there, he's okay not needing... We don't want him to need you. We want him to want you. And obviously, he's going to need you for some things, but it doesn't need... We don't want it to be obsessive. That he cannot function without you. Because that's what leads to all these problems. So we want to teach him to be confident on his own. Let's try to find cookies. It's like, I smell a hot dog, but I don't know where it is. Hey. Yes. Go ahead, mark him.
Yes.
I looked like he was trying to get a treat. He's trying to get out.
Oh, okay. Is that normal for a dog that he just wants to get out, or?
Sometimes it could be a mixture of he's stressed and he's not used to being in a crate for a long time. Or he's testing us.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
So his adoptive house, he was in there for about 4 hours at a time.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he knows this. He's testing his limits with you. Yes.
Yes.
Good. He's learning. He's already figuring out not to do the barking as much. He's just now kind of whining. So instead, we want to make sure he's quiet for like 2 seconds before we mark him. So what I'm watching for, I'm ignoring all that. When his mouth, hey, excuse you. When his mouth goes kind of calm, and then there's a brief 2-second period in the whining. That's what I'm having you mark. Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Getting there.
I hope I'm wrong about his trachea. But even when he does that kind of whine, it kind of sounds like it. Which it could, if he was outside, he was probably on a leash attached to a collar for periods of time, and it could be from pulling too hard on the collar.
And I think that's what happened.
Yep.
That's
So
why he has.
yes, reward him.
Yes.
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 So he just, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
Oh,
he
no
soothed himself and laid down.
I'm very happy.
So that was good.
I just saw that. They're like bouncing out.
Good jackpot of treats too. That's awesome. In moments when, like, that was a big deal. Like, him laying down like that was, he took a big breath. He's like, okay, I need to chill out. And he made that right choice. So giving him more than one treat was perfect. I do that.
Good.
Great job, dude. So he's already learning pretty quickly that the whining and obsessive barking gets him nowhere. We want this behavior. And then it's going to teach him, okay, it's okay to be in the crate. So the treats are doing two things. We're rewarding him for the behavior we want, but it's also pairing something really good with being chill in his crate. So those two things together, he's going to love the crate the more you do this, which is what we want. Like, you want him to love the crate. And you might see a big difference when you get a little bit of a bigger crate where he has a little bit more room, but not too, you don't want it to be huge. But when he stands, his head shouldn't have touched the top. There should be like an inch. Good boy, yes. Good. Good job. He's getting it. He's so cute. He looks like the I just watched this movie. Do you remember the movie Anastasia?
Yeah.
He looks like the bat. He's got the bat's ears.
Oh my God, he's like, you're talking about me.
Go ahead and mark him. Oh, hold on. Almost. Yes.
Yes.
Good. He was testing us. So what he does, I want you to fully turn away from him. Perfect. And yes. Good job, bud. So they catch on to this quick because anytime, like, and this is even with us and anything, whenever you're giving something your full attention, your whole body's lining up to it. So right now I'm looking at you. My shoulders, my hips, my feet, I'm engaged fully with you. So with him, when we're like that, that's giving him attention. So by taking that away, by just slightly turning away from him, that teaches him he doesn't get what he wants when he's being like that. Yes. Good boy. Good.
Yeah.
Good. He's doing it less and less. Like, it's already decreasing.
Good.
And he's not reaching stress quickly. Like it kind of sounded like he was in the beginning. He's doing a lot better.
Good, good.
Oh, no, I gotta turn away from you too. Yes. Good. Good boy.
There you go. Drop it.
You can face him. So think of it as when he's being calm and collected and good, you can
Like
face
this.
him.
Okay.
But when those obsessive, like, barking and whining stops, that's your cue to turn away.
Okay.
Yes. So each time that he looks to you and he's not reaching, like, not going to the barking or whining, you could mark and reward him.
That was the stone.
Oh, I was like, that can't be him. Was
No,
it?
that one squeaks every once in a while. You gotta replace it.
Yes. Good boy. Good. Okay, so now I'm going to have you start kind of walking further away from him. So kind of walk, like, towards the couch. Go ahead and walk back. Yes. Good boy. Good. Same thing. So what I'm having you do here, we're adding a little bit of distance from it. Go ahead and stop walking, but do not face him. Yes, go back. Good. Add plenty more if you need more. You need more?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. Good job, bud. He's super smart. So what I'm having you do, when you walk away, when he starts the barking, whining, I'm going to have you stop just so he doesn't reach stress. But I don't want you to turn back to him until he's quiet. So what he's doing, and it looks really great, like it's on the video, for 3 seconds of the barking, then he sits, he whines for a couple seconds, and then he stops, and he waits for you to come back. So he's figuring it out. He's realizing, okay, I got treats for sitting or laying down before, but I'm still whining, so I don't get the treats. But if I sit and I don't whine, that's when she comes back. So he's learning that the obsessive barking and whining doesn't get him what he wants, but when he's calm and collected, it does. So when you're doing this at home, when it's just you guys, and like, say you're watching TV and not doing anything crazy, you could have him in there for, like, work on him for being in there for 5 minutes at a time where he's quiet, and then you let him out. 10 minutes for a time of being quiet, and then you let him out. So the reward could be to come out as well. So you can kind of do both things. Good boy. Good. All right, I'm going to have you go a little further, so walk kind of like by the stairs. Good job, bud. Perfect. Good, good, come back. Good boy! Good. It's like I'm slowly getting the hang of it. Good job, kiddo. Okay, so now I'm gonna have you go out that door. Yep. You're okay. Good. That was really good. He did a little whine, but it was almost like a whining grumble, kind of. So not bad. Good boy.